Well, I don't know if I have anxiety. It's like I haven't really been diagnosed with it, so I don't want to like self-diagnose myself with it. But I just know like I feel as if I have like things constantly on my mind, just mainly about him. So it's more stress than anything. Like every time I go into work now, I'm like thinking to myself, am I going to see him again? Am I going to like run into him? Is he going to do something? Is he going to follow me home one night? And then like, that's it for me, or like what? But I know at night I have trouble falling asleep. I just feel like something's like always about to happen. I feel like it's like too quiet in my room, even with like a fan on and like my fish tank in my room. It's just like, I feel like there's too much going on, and just whenever there's nothing going on, you know? And it's like, I haven't went to a doctor about this yet because I'm still processing it, and I don't want to like jump the gun if I'm just going to get over it in a few days, or like not really a few days, but in a few weeks. I don't really think much of him at the moment. He was a real big bother when he first came down here. He was constantly asking to meet up, constantly asking me how I was doing. I would block all of his numbers. He would just make a new number and contact me that way. He'd be making multiple social media accounts and trying to get into contact with me that way. But that happened. That's 3 years ago since he moved down here. So like it's been about, he kept that constant trying to catch up with me for about like roughly a year. So it's been 2 years. I haven't heard anything from him. I look at his Instagram account every now and then just to make sure like nothing's going on. Like he's like, I don't know. It's more so like I look at his account to make sure like it's like a safety thing. Like, oh, is he still in Florida? Is he moving out? Is he gonna go to a different country or what? But he actually currently works at Disney World as one of the line cooks, and yeah. So there's that. So I just like look at his stuff to be sure, like, is he still in Florida? Do I still have to like, you know, just turn around every now and then? But he doesn't know exactly what city I live in anymore because when we were dating, when we were long distance, he had my address, but I've moved from that address since then. So like I'm in the clear as far as that goes. But again, I don't know if like he could dig deep enough to find my work and then like see me from there. But I feel like if I were to see him, I have like, with him, I have a sense of like I'm higher than him, but like with my first ex, I'm like all the way down here and he's all the way here. Like I don't feel comfortable with the first one at all, but like the second one, I feel like I would rather deal with the second boyfriend than the first. When I told him about me seeing the first ex like 2 weeks ago, he was I had to tell him the situation like right then and there because again I hadn't told really anybody about it. He was livid about it, like, because I was in the back and I had to call him, and he came straight over to my work, and like I just sat in his car and then we talked for a little while until the first boyfriend left the restaurant, and he was adamant on going inside and like or calling the cops and like doing whatever. But like I was just like, well, again, you don't know if he saw me or anything or like even recognized me. I just want to like sweep it under the rug and hope that like comes up from it anymore. Like I would prefer just to forget about it and move on with my life than to make this whole thing about it and like to have to constantly like do like charges against him, like restraining orders. Oh, the restraining order ends in like 2 weeks, I have to renew that. Like I don't want to revolve my life around him. So I would rather just try and forget about it, and like I should be moving again soon in the summertime, about an hour away from where I currently live, so it should be a little bit better there. So at least then I would have to get a new job, and then like the first boyfriend wouldn't really know where I'm at that time. I had told my family that night because I came home and like they noticed something was like already immediately wrong. My dad doesn't know, but my mom is aware. She was upset by it because she was like, I had no idea. Why didn't you talk to me about this sooner? We could have like done stuff to help you like really deal with it and not for you just to brew about it for a few years. And she was like just sad, and I didn't talk to her at the time, but like she got it because it was like really embarrassing. She didn't notice, and like she's like, I'm sorry I didn't notice that like something was wrong, because like when it did happen, I just kind of like I was like, oh, he's right, like I don't understand how I'm not ready when I act like I am whenever we're not together. And it's like he had convinced me that I was wrong, so I didn't like think much of it. Because I'm like, he's right, I have to be ready, even though like this doesn't feel right at all. Because again, like I was only like 15 or 16 at the time, and I didn't really know any better. Not really at the moment. My boyfriend at the moment, hoping he doesn't see this video, but as much as I love the guy, like he's great, it's just been like, it's been 3 years with him, and it's like, I feel like the relationship has now like run its course, and it's like I'm losing, I have been losing feelings for him since COVID happened. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but like he's been basically my only friend. Like if I wasn't working, I was at his house. If I wasn't home, I was at his house. So I feel like this is the constant, like seeing him all the time. Like he's a great guy. Like he's a fantastic guy. He's helped me through so much with like death in my family and stuff. But like I can't help feeling like I'm not attracted to him anymore. I'm ready for the relationship to end. It's just like I'm not ready to do it just yet as much as I want to be, because our 3 years is literally this Friday, and it's like I'm kind of torn between the two. So like I don't want to do it right before right before 3 years and Valentine's Day and all this stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to wait until like he buys me like all these gifts, then I look like that person that like, oh, I got all the gifts and now I'm ready to go, you know? I didn't want him to feel like that I just used him for his money, because he's a really kind and generous guy. It's just like, he's my third boyfriend. I'm still young. I'm not really ready to settle down yet, you know? Yeah. I had once, I would prefer not to talk about that thing, because I feel like this is good enough for me, like as far as like getting emotions stirred back up, but like to talk about like the therapy and what they did, it's I feel like it'd be too much for me at the moment. Just to always listen to your gut, like even if you feel like you're ready and like you just have this like sinking feeling that you're not, just to listen to it, and if the guy is just like pressuring you, like trying to like make you think that you are ready when you clearly feel like something's wrong, just try and remove yourself from that situation as best as you can, and just to get rid of the guy as soon as possible, because you could end up with a whole lot more than you bargained for, as far as like mental problems from it, and like how it affects you in long term. Like getting your first time isn't as great as everyone says it is, but like if you're gonna lose, like if you're ready to lose it, like lose it to someone who you feel more comfortable with than like some guy who's just trying to pressure you and get one virginity under his belt, you know?